Hey, everybody. Didn't want to leave it on that screen too long. I was trying to get chat bars out there. And it's been one of those nights I thought I could have gone on earlier, but shit happens. How is everybody? What's going on where you are? Pin that to the top. I think I can tuck. I got a different camera angle, but I don't think that. Okay, I don't know what that is, so I don't really care. Don't care. We're gonna tuck. So I got a new camera angle to show everybody. See what you think there. I'm gonna tuck that, I think. Sorry, should have done this ahead of time. I was too busy trying to freaking rotate a screen. So I moved stuff for you. Okay, so we've got we're gonna move a light, but we've got a new view. It's getting better. I can try to shine more of a light on it. And then so I moved the two cameras so that I could do that. You're gonna miss me sewing. But that's okay, right? Sacrifices needed to be made. I've even got a little stupid light there, but it's not doing much. And I think uh-oh. She is there is a light on that, but I'm afraid I don't want to turn it off. Okay, well, that is the best we're gonna get tonight. Onwards and upwards. If we really like this, I can get another one of the camcorders. We're gonna move a light. We're gonna see whether it's better in the middle of the room, less shadows, whatever. So we'll see how it goes. Oops. So I'm in the mood to do. My daisy bug is here. I'm in the mood to do some more diamonds here. Do we want to continue to work the purple around? I see purple coming down to the peaches up in here. We got purple to the teals with the blues under it and the greens, which the yellow is the odd one. Is the yellow going to come after the green or between? Maybe it's got to go over there. Maybe these need to go on that side. That's that. You have to let me know what you think there. What color should we be working on today? Um, oh, the crew's here the second I turn the cameras on. I feel like we were having a plan. Do we want to see? Where's the dog? Okay. Am I my big head in the way? What if we move some of the yellows over here? So we could, oh, how do we want to do that? See, that kind of works. Okay, let's just tuck them in and start thinking of the golds coming down to the blues and then the blues into the purples. This really didn't make sense there because my brain's got to tweak the fuck out of it, you know? And that's real orange, so we can pull that. It's all temporary. It's this one. It's these two. Hmm, I'm not sure what we want to do with these two. Well, let's just keep that in mind, I guess. If we're going to come around more that direction, then, if I keep doing these lives, I might actually get this bitch done. All right, I feel like we need some teal and orange, yellowy, goldy orange, and teals and greens, and teals and blues. Which means we need purple and teal, purple and blue, purple and peachy. Does that make sense? You need your blender pieces. They're a pain in the ass. They're like that. So that's kind of a. Will she ever get done? All right. So I think going into it like this, I think it would be a good idea if we did a bunch of half ones because shit, this is gonna be. Let's see. I think operating on quarters is going to be wise. All right. Yeah, sorry, it just doesn't work for me like that. We're gonna have to turn this way. So I just got a TV tray and it's kind of loaded with stuff. So if this was a little bit further away from the wall, I could leave it here. That'd be great. I don't think I could move around very well. All right, let's do. I think we're gonna need a couple of individual greens and teals, and then we'll have to look how we're placing it and do some teal tops, green tops. Do we want to do a blender piece like that? We could do a blender piece like that. It's got all the colors. Oops, I got one right here. And let's play with that thought. Um, Making sure I didn't miss anything. I got my water bottle in the way. All right, so if we have these like this, it would be great if there was something like a teal, green, yellow. Do another. Let's just do two teals there on this one. Be easier to map it out like that. Look smarter, not harder. All right, so which I just love some of those greens. Okay, I think I actually have a. I want to paint, and so I actually have some pieces of fabric pinned to the wall because I don't have paint chips. That's normal, right? Okay, why don't we do green and those pieces are a little big. Wanted a Goldie. I don't want to do the same scroll that's right there. That hasn't been used. And then two teals, right? Is that what we said? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they're tucked in here. We could do the here. We could do. Sorry, all the cameras are in a different spot because I changed it around. So we could do the green, teal, and teal. It's going to be right next to that. Why don't we go opposite then and hit a. Let's do a light one. Let's do that. Great. Awesome. But now we still got to figure out what the fucking centers are going to be. Well, that's not pretty. All right. Will that fit? Let's take a look. That'll do, pig. All right. So we're going to do purple in one of them. See, I'm working really hard at not overthinking it. And that's hard. It's very hard for me. Sure. That's a fun one. I did an opposite one. Okay. Let's do light teal, dark teal, green. And then which way should that go? That, like purple, pink. Okay. See, a couple seconds, and then you can space out when you do it. This takes forever. All right. Now, tonight we're going to see if we can do better than we did the other night and consistently put my shit in the same spot. It is an exercise in ADD, ADHD, AD whatever. Attention deficit something that I've lost my ever living mind. All right. Pink. Okay. I put it back. Not at first. All right. Pink is done. Back on the pile. Where is my shark? Two is black. God, I really need to go get my eyes checked. I really put the scissors back. I notice I don't put it back until I'm on the next step, but it's still better than it was. I might be able to use that one again. Dark. That's kind of cool. Oh, it's right there too. Let's get a quick press. Ooh, here's a brain thought. Barbara Stoddard, if you watch this, Barb, sorry, if you watch this after the fact, which I'm not sure, we talked about it. What if, what if we did the diamonds and sewed the diamonds together and then cut the jacket pattern out of it? Oh, hey, I have an extra table here. Let's see how that. I wonder if I can find something narrower. Narrower and longer. That would work. I got some stuff in the wrong spots because we changed monitors and alright, three. There was this here. I don't know if you can. Oh, that one. I don't know if you can end up seeing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you want to follow along, and step 3. What are you guys working on? Hey, can't find it because I put it away. Alright, done with that one. Let's put it back. You know, let's do something morbid because it is coming up on October. Lies. My attention, my hyperfixation. Because I don't want anybody to get pissed. I'm not diagnosed with anything. I just know there's something wrong. So my handle overly complicated things like this that are really um, crazy, like almost no pattern, where it's the oh look, it's all random. Yeah, no, I have to have a spreadsheet for that. I have to make it work. So our slip in. All right, so now we're gonna do 4. So I guess mental hour for Jamie today is what this is probably. I think the UFOs are kind of a job, you know, because that's what I'm basing the channel around. And some of them were meant to be actual, the hell, like, right, meant to be shop projects, some not, whatever. It seems a little bit like a job. Fun, but still a job. And when I get over stressed out, I end up wanting to sew for me. And this is my project. Okay. did all this fucking computer work this week where I was trying to put out shop samples for sale, 3-yard bundles, pillowcase kits. Oh, good. Um, I curated three fabrics together and then went all out on like Canva and created graphics for each thing, each different, all this calculation. So I can get all this stuff up on the website for easy gifts. Or you don't like to match fabric, so I'll do it for you, you know. And I went back to work on more. I mean, I was doing good. I had 4 quilts up for sale. um, uh, looks like we get to see fabric folded. Yeah, maybe 10 or so other listings up. I mean, I was feeling good that it took a long time, but I got it. I can't sell it if I don't list it. So it was a good idea to do it, but damn, the amount of time and I go to look and do more and fucking gone. Just fucking gone. Um, how in the way am I if I'm sewing here? Not too bad. Let's finish this up for you. I have all these blankets that I tossed here. One of the fur babies was wanting to sleep over here the other day. If I could rearrange the stuff under, then maybe, just maybe, I could put a dog bed under this desk over here. That's kind of close. I just won't fuck with it. I won't trim it until. You could do some of these and. You could attach them to the back of a denim jacket or something. That'd be cool. Paper piecing isn't for everybody, though. I enjoy it. And maybe because sometimes my brain gets too much going. And even though this is complicated, I have to turn that off to concentrate on this. I'm sure that means something. Okay, I'm gonna go back over in the black and white. Evidently, you guys are hanging right there. That's okay. That's dark teal, which is this guy. I love fatigues. Mhm. Hi, welcome in. We are basically stitching and bitching as I, for some reason, narrate everything I'm doing. All right. Let's press that just to avoid Practice avoidance. Do I have enough space? Yes, but I have plenty of room, so it could do. All right. Someone is still here. Hello. Or it's a new someone, but eh, I choose to hope it's the same person. That was a hairy little bitch, isn't it? Huh. So those that have watched any of my stuff before, we gave up a camera view so we could get the design wall. That's all right. You didn't need, you know what sewing on the machine is. I figured it was a worthwhile sacrifice. We're gonna take a shortcut here. All right. Whoops, need the longer one. I should trace one of the pieces, one of these empty pieces, and have it laying there for reference. But trace it so it's darker so you can read it, is what I meant. Okay, so I'm going to take that. But I'll get out the next sheet and I will do that off camera so you don't have to watch me do that. But hey, you know that like we've been having this conversation. The purple. Um the coloring books, the grown up coloring books, which are fun and all. But yeah, I have anxiety. Anyway, they have something new. It's called reverse coloring. You guys heard anything about that? You end up with the page all watercolory, pretty colors, and these white anti-color relief design on it, and you get like a Pigma pen, and you fill in the lines. So when you're all done, you have this beautiful black drawing on top of this color. So you just traced it basically. I have one coming. I'll let you know. I was intrigued. All right, I can go back. I don't need that. I probably won't need that. I'm gonna get one, see if I like it. Maybe the girls will get one as their gift. I'm stumped on what to get the girls. Two is black. Okay, what we did. What did we do the other day? Do something different. We done this one. I don't see any. I have white with black polka dot. Well, it's only fair that we go ahead and do the opposite. I think between these episodes, I practically need to refold all the scrap because it turns into this like tornado fucking zone. Okay, where is this going? It's going right here. And I lied. That one belongs. Each piece goes back in the big bag. Little pieces. Beep, beep, beep. Let's see. So, I think I have an idea for the failed cupcake. Half square triangles. I am going to be able to use some of it. I'm very happy about that. We're going to do the repurposing. Sort of. If you no longer like what it was originally planned for, change it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm doing the witch hat from Riley Blake. Can't remember the designer, so sorry. But I took a quilt at the shop that was Halloween, and a top. It wasn't completely quilted. It was just a top, and I don't know what to choose. And I cut the side of the hat out of that, and then um, I have all those Halloween Hesper triangles. So I'm gonna just piece together pieces big enough to cut the hat and the brim out of, right? And then see what's left. If there's enough left. I don't think they're easy enough to just make them and sell them done in the store, but I guess it's possible. I gotta get the first one done. And then, because there was like curved binding on it and stuff, and it just sounds like a recipe for fucking. I am in the mood for all this junk food that we don't have. All right, yellow is next. Yeah, I like totally forgot to put eyeliner on this morning. I look like I just rolled out of bed all day. I do not care. Yellow. Where's an edge? I have space. I have space. I've actually rolled over dog tails, and I'm so careful now. So scared that somebody's gonna be behind me. So I was a little later getting on than I wanted to because I ordered Hollow's pizza, and they couldn't get my pizza done until 6:15. And so I figured I would just come home and make the hubs go after it, but he didn't have his contacts in, and Michael's got a headache. So I went to go pick up the pizza. I will link them below. You should follow them. You should try them. They are fantastic. We got a couple interesting ones. We got called the Margie, which is the Marguerite pizza, tomato basil, tomato basil mozzarella. Um, and then we got a rosemary one with pesto sausage. I can't remember the third thing. That was good. And then we got one something Hallow, or like Hallow's pizza, jalapeno, and it is a pickled jalapeno slices on it. They were phenomenal. We had them at a wedding, and I just knew that when the time was right, I would place an order and pick it up on my way home. Now, the picking it up part didn't work, but that's because they were blessedly busier than I wanted to be. That's so good, though. I'm so happy. I have no problem. But now I know to call ahead and order and have it ready for a specific time. Then that would have gone better. All right, so let's tighten these up and then pin them on the board. Because remember, we're not going to hook them together. This is going to be left as individual parts of the diamond. Kind of the opposite. Because it's where the colors meet. And we're not sure what combinations we need. And I put a little sticky on the points to help keep that from being all fly away, being as they're not scared with thread. All right. Yeah. Okay. Oops, I missed. Jeez, totally lost them. All right, that's there and there and there. And, well, I'm going to leave that long because my paper's short. So let's go look at the board. That one? Okay. Let me roll the chair out. All right. So I think. Oh, see, I did it backwards. It should have been the other way. That's okay. We can make that fit over here. See, I did it wrong, huh? All right, so we're going to put this piece here, and then this piece, let's try at the bare minimum of rotating that. Because that and that were the same. How's that look? Looks okay, right? Like, can I make this shorter? And does that help? All right, can I make that tilt back? I don't know if any of that helps. Well, I'm over in this corner, so we'll see. All right. That's still roughly what I was thinking was going to go here. I mean, it could go either spot, but I thought that's why I'm doing them individually, because we can work that in still. So we still need a piece for here. There's so many ways to do this. I mean, do we want I like the we term. Do I end up wanting to have like almost a diamond of diamonds of like my favorite color and have it go out? Do I want it to, let's bring this paper over. This is the designer's thought. Well, one of her samples that sold me on it. So it kind of ombres from blue to green to yellow and then kind of orangey. You know, do I want to keep this kind of almost twist that we've got going and like wrap the colors so it looks like it's traveling, like bring the purple up and around and the teal up and around and the green around like a burst? Like those little symbols that show up on our freaking weather app for a tornado or a twister or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not doing it alone. Hi, Cindy. Thank you. Are you my one lurker? At this point, I'm just chatting to myself. It's all good. It is all good. All right. We still need to. So, what did we do wrong last time when we mapped it out? Okay. Hey, what happened to the put everything in the same spot? What happened to the pen? Huh, I just wrote on this for you guys. Oh, there it is. All right. So, let's look at this. Sorry. Get to see my side. Okay. So, I just really totally did not get enough sleep, I guess. It's not like I didn't work all day, though. All right. So, green, purple. Oh, I don't know if I can do purple. Let's see. Okay. All right. I'm overthinking it. Stop fucking overthinking it. But I didn't think I did it wrong last time. Oh my God. Okay. Doing a green, right? I can do the same green, or we could do something different. What about, I just brought this one home. Shall we? I think we should. I think we should. Okay. Green, small pieces. Trying to figure out what my plan was. See, that's too small. But it's still not get rid of. Okay. We're gonna do. Oh, what are we putting in the center? Why not? Let's not overthink it. Not overthinking it. That's me doing that. Not something I'm really good at. Blame that on the first family. Because I can. Because I don't think she's watching. All right. Just make sure I do. Fine. Okay. We're doing two is. Ugh, on my eyes. When I get to the point where I need to have walk around looking like a permanent librarian with them balanced on the end of my nose, then I know it's time for me to go and get this one. My eyes checked. Yep, it is time. I'm pretty sure, like 6 months ago, I got some sort of note about it being time. I need a smidge of a different setup for doing this particular. I don't know if it's just this particular UFO or if it's just paper piecing. Because you have to pick through so many different things. I don't think I'm this bad when I do the Harry Potter ones. Oh, we should do a couple of those. We're coming up on Halloween. That'd be fun. What do you think of that? We could vote on which character. See, I have this other little side project. Where do I put the little crumbs? Okay, white. We've done. Have we done paw prints? Doesn't matter because I think that's what we're doing anyway. Because it's right here. Oh, this will be cute. Actually, there's paw prints and paw prints. White with black, black with white. I didn't necessarily even plan that. Okay. Share the new single out with Youngblood and Aerosmith. That is pretty damn nice. Those are a couple voices that sound amazing together. Yeah, some just don't. It's like love you both. Love Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. Oh, I set the scissors down. I'm sorry. That sucks. I'm sorry. It couldn't have been that long. Holy moly. I'm like, how the hell did that happen? I have to click on a specific thing for that. All right. No? Oh, damn. Whole tablet. Everything got moved. All right. So sorry. Um, we did this and what was the green that we did on that? I guess it doesn't matter. But if we're gonna do this one and we just did that gold, do we want yellowier or do we want oh, we could do something kind of into that. Sadly, the bigger piece of that is pinned to my hallway wall. Let's see. Is there something I like better? Ooh, that works. Look at that. Okay, let's do that instead of gold. I know, I said gold. I just changed my mind. I'm a girl, right? I can do that. I don't have to explain myself, Lucy. I do have to figure out where I set what I'm working on. Okay. I know that seems weird, doesn't it? But it'll work and take up the least amount of fabric for me to cut. So that seems really bizarre, huh? But this is what I have discovered. If I measure like this with the piece folded back, then I'm technically setting it pretty to pretty. So I know that when I sew this and open it, this will wig out in the correct direction. That's weird. But I have gotten some pieces out of small scraps and been, one miss sew and you'd lose it forever. Hey, there's my dog. How's my beautiful old dog? Yeah? Tell me about it. I had someone in today, brand new, just kind of started sewing. She decided that she wanted to try her hand at quilting. And I listened to her for a little bit and decided, well, you must be doing a quilt as you go thing. That's cool. And she's like, yeah, and mentioned a serger. I'm like, you don't need a serger to sew, to quilt. She was very confused, very surprised about this. But even when I was like, okay, but what about like your jackets and stuff? They're not, I mean, yeah, the edges are serged so they don't break, but the jacket's actually sewn. And yeah, that just floored her little brain. And I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. All right, let's kind of didn't know how to explain it. So I kept trying to think of the thickest things that I could think of that she know was sewn by a sewing machine, and she was still surprised. So, yeah, okay. I'm not going the right direction here. Green. And we decided to do this really cool ass green. It's a smaller piece. See, I'm loving all these weird muted colors. Okay. How do we want? Do I want to plan it to come swirl in the middle of it? Have it come down a swirl? Oh, goodness. Crap on toast. This is a tough one. Yeah. All right. So, big piece goes back to the big pile. Now we're going to start playing with the little piece. So I'm just kind of looking through that. I mean, we'll have to adjust because we've got the salvage edge there. Okay, so that's got some neat swirls in it. The tighter ones. Let's just light it and see what we think. All right, is that going to be far enough? I think that is. Let's do that. Let's see what this is going to look like. It's the first time I've used this color. Well, not color, this print. Okay. Wish it was easier for me to zoom in on spots for you guys. I have a feeling I gotta give up something, right? Oh, this is gonna be cool. It's gonna be close. It'll work, barely. All right, let's trim this. Let's press it open. Ooh, I like these colors together. I like it. All right, let's see how it looks when I trim this part right here. I'm tired of fighting with your neighbor about the fucking chickens. I'm tired of sending a daily email to animal control about the damage that they're doing. I'm hearing that fucker crow at 2 in the afternoon. He's stupid. I've gone out there. I've gotten close to them. I'm gonna get them good and used to me so that it's less hard to capture them. What am I supposed to do? What the fuck was going through her head when she got this batch of chickens? I mean, fuck me. Really? Right, that's kind of cool. Let's switch to There you go. A little bit better. All right, let's see him on the wall. Wrong button. There we go. So this was supposed to. How is that doing that? I'm really. Oh, I really have to look at it. I'm looking at it with the print side the wrong way. Okay, I get that. All right, we're gonna have to figure out how to fit two of these in here. I feel like a goddamn idiot. All right, do we have an extra paper? No. All right, my box is right here. I was looking at the right side, not the wrong side, which is incorrect. The loading. Ow. That's kind of why I didn't want to sew them together. All right. So, all right. Let's check that, shall we? That had number 5 is green and this is 5 as gold. Because I flipped it. Kind of an idiot. Doesn't matter. They still need to get done. I'll still find a way of making it fit, right? Everything's just pretty colors. Okay. Let's see. What am I listening to right now? I am listening to. Wrong button. I am listening to the Grim Reaper Gap from Amanda M. Lee. And it is part of the Charlie Rose Cozy Mysteries, I believe is how that's worded. Yeah, oh, this is the very last book in the series. It's book 15. And it is, title details are the Charlie Rose Cozy Mystery. Yeah. But it's got, she is like, I don't know how she pumps out the kind of books that she does. But she's built a world basically and then has different groups in and around it, kind of like Rachel Aaron, and there's a couple. Anyway, so this particular one is a crossover one, so there's a couple people from several of the other series that's okay, it's cool. I mean, honestly though, this fucking battle that they've geared us up through 14 and a half books fizzled. I mean, I'm glad. It's not like I wanted anybody to die or anything, but it seems pretty unrealistic that you're gonna get away with not having any fucking issues. That it's just gonna resolve peacefully or something. Like, yeah, I don't think so. Okay. But there's more in other books. And what I like about her crossovers is the fact that she'll like finish up this Charlie Rhodes one. It's about Charlie Rhodes, guess what? But like three more books down in this other thing, she'll show up over there with something completely new and have been further on in life, and you get to kind of get your update. But I should make notes. Should, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Sit and make notes of what combinations we need. There again with the weave thing. Like, you have any fucking stake in this. I still want your opinion, but that's bigger. That's bigger. That's. I need a little garbage can of yours because with the table of scrap, let's see. Nope, you can't say that. Anyway, right here I have a tray of all my colors, but it's blocking me getting to my garbage can. So I'm setting garbage up here and it's getting mixed with everything else. It's getting annoying. Yeah, to give me opinions on what you think overall. I mean, I kind of drew out in my notebook the purple to peachy orange, and teal on the other side. And once, because those two don't fade into each other, then I was able to kind of figure some of the rest of it. I still don't, I don't know. I don't know if I just let it randomly take its course and try to be like structured. Like, I don't know if I can handle that. So, first through the 8th, I have people coming. And so they show up on Wednesday. So I'll definitely stream on Monday, Tuesday if you prefer, because then it's less gap. But then they leave the following Wednesday, so there might be a little more than a week between them. I'm not quite sure. I have a feeling there'll be late nights of bullshitting and playing cards, or I don't know. We're still getting to know each other, so it'll be interesting to see how the stress level is this time. But it was fine last time, so I don't know if I can use that one again. So I still want to use this green, so I'm still gonna. That's not gonna fit like that. All right. I'm gonna stop stressing about it lining up too. I do like it. It's very pretty. Got great movement. Can't remember who did this one. Robert Kaufman. How old is this? Oh, just to give me less bulk. Oh, I heard noises. My friend's been bringing her dog, and every time the chickens show up in the backyard, they take their dog out to the backyard, scare the chickens away. It doesn't last long. Hmm. Two. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Here we go. Okay, we're looking at this piece, and I've got to get it there. I bet you I could even tilt it and get. Come on. Oh yeah, we've got that. Well, let's. Kind of was some ice cream. All right. Oh, that's very pretty. Like I'm gonna say it's not, but luckily it is very pretty. All right, let's make a note to be careful about tossing my scissors down. All right, over there. And then we're going to, where are we at? Oh, a little over an hour. Okay. All right. I got that out of just a strip. It's awesome. So how well did I do at putting things back? Not great, but I have been much worse. I don't know if that means anything. Let's wait a second. Let's trim that. Sometimes I forgot, but why does it make it less bulky, right? Can you imagine when I have to go rip all the papers out? Oh man, this comes in here and stops on the damn line. It's like so close. The spouse is snoring. Perfect. Now that's right. Damn. Nothing like broadcasting live. How what a fucking idiot I am. Okay. Oh, I need a pin too, right? Yeah. What did I do with the box of pins? Didn't we just have them in my hand? Didn't we just get one? Maybe we'll move the box. Oh yeah, look at that. That's nice. We could do one that's two turquoises, a blue, turquoise top, blue bottom, because I don't need to shift. We don't have much of this color. So maybe what we'll do is go ahead and bring the turquoise down, but pull just a little bit more blue in here. I don't know if you have ideas on how to make this a smidge easier, that's great too. But I've got a couple of those weird ones like this one and this one, which we looked at. There's three teal, one purple. There's two of them. This is a single die, but that's teal and purple. This is nice. And depending on what we're doing, I can work two of these in. Or how would that work? Well, sometimes I stagger. Who knows? And we can just do that. Do a green, or yellowy green, and then yeah, we can get that to fit in. This is where I get overly into it. Do I want to count how many I have of each color so that I make an even blend and something's not left out or not shown enough? And then you've got these guys. I don't know if you see this. And this one, I've just put solid in there. And I'm wondering if I should have one of each, like one of my favorites in each colorway. Crap. You could start with those in the center and start from the. Oh my God, I could make myself insane. I don't know if I would like to start with the solid centers and branch out. I did set them up as like circles, like it's. Well, I guess it wouldn't be hard to cut some solids. Let's see, peach, purple. So I'd need a teal, green, yellow, orange, blue, and being as that's super dark, maybe a lighter. How many would that make? I mean, because it shows I have a square of something else up in the corner. See, it's not shown like that. Here. Let's play with that a second. If you guys, well, nobody's watching anyway, right? So, where's my phone? Because I kind of like how this is, so I'm going to take a picture. Because I don't want to go back through the video. Okay, I just took a picture of this section. So, if not too far, if you started, I'm not going to be too worried about the color as it goes here. Just a visual. And one more. Sure. Open your chip tunes. But if we did something like that, all right, let's see if we can tilt that just a little bit and not turn it off, right? So that made a circle. That would make the block. They would be hexagons. I don't remember if that's where it was. I don't think so because it's right next to that. But okay, fine. I know, it's fucking me. But if there's a new block. That looks kind of cool when I look at the camera. But that would have to be Y scenes. Wouldn't that be a hexie? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's just a hexie. So you would sew these two edges together and leave a quarter. I can't even think how you would do that center and not bulk it up. That's really monkey heading it and making it just okay. So maybe not that. All right. So I have another idea. So no, I don't. I don't know if I have another idea or not. I've been playing with this one for a while. So I'll get this back. I'll take a couple close-ups with the camera and I might have it in a different order when we play with this next. Okay? All right. We're going to leave it like that, I guess. So I'm going to zoom back out. I don't want to. There you go. Kind of. Anyway, I guess we're going to leave it like that. I'll play. I'll play with a couple things, see about shifting color a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. All right. If you have ideas, please let me know. You can always, I don't know if I have the email attached to this anywhere or not, but I will take a look, put it in the notes, that open screen there. You can always find us on Facebook too, Material Magic Studio. And then, yeah, if you have an idea, sketch something out, let me know. Because I have a feeling it's going to change about 100 times between what we think's right this minute and the way it ends up pieced together. Sometimes it's like maybe if I just go ahead and put a couple pieces together, I won't want to take them back apart. And then that part would be done, right? Whatever. All right, guys, have a good night. And today's fucking Friday. I'm late today. It should have been yesterday. Sorry. Okay. And I never know how to end these. So that's all I got. We'll play with this again, I think, because I think I'm going to pawn off some hand sewing on Bree. All right. That's it. I will talk to you next time. See ya.